Very good morning, all of you. Myself is Dr. Ankit Kumar. I will take the lecture The Tax Planning is Block 2 and Unit 2. I have already discussed in the Block 2 Unit 1 the tax planning for individual and AOP and BOP. We have already discussed the definition of the persons and how to charging of the section and for rebates and deductions and how to calculate of total income. I have already discussed the tax slaves and new tax slaves, all tax slaves, and we have already the practice the two questions as a individual person and as a AOP and BI. And we have already discussed regarding of the section 80C to 80U, and we will be discuss again is the tax planning management for a HUF is a Hindu undivided family, and our is the main objective for is this overview meaning and taxability of HUF, and we will be discuss about deductions, and we will be discussing the tax rates of HUF and how to filling returns about as a Hindu family, and what is the due date of filling the returns, and here we will be discussing the practical problems, and we will be reaching the finally in the conclusions. Now we will be start before is this tax planning management is a for a Hindu undivided family. First we will be discuss is the what is the meaning of Hindu undivided family, and then we will discuss and our this main objective for this unit to the discuss for Hindu undivided family, and the how to assessing of Hindu undivided family of the income, and determining the revenue generated by the governments, and analyzing the non-compliance of tax regulations, and it is we will discuss about is a Hindu undivided family, and what will be who is a karta dharta karta and who will be managed this is Hindu family, and what is the roles and responsibilities about the Hindu undivided families. Now it is a overview of Hindu undivided family. Here is Hindu undivided family. So Hindu undivided family is tax saving tools that works well and complies with all Income Tax Act 1961. While creating these entities, some important consideration must be made. Is like is a among main responsibilities of an Indian citizen to pay the tax as per Income Tax 1961 on to the government, but some sizable portion of one is income. People are is constantly looking for methods to lower their tax obligations. If established can serve as a tax saving tool is the Hindu undivided family HUF. This is a legally and efficient method of the tax saving, and it is the overview, and we will be discuss is now is what is the HUF and what is the meaning of HUF is here is Hindu undivided family in a short form is a HUF is a joint family structure in which each family member is treated as an independent legal entity for the tax purpose. Generally, HUF is established if the family will possess any property property acquired via the sale of joint family property, received gifts, etc. Only individual who share a common their spouse and their offspring and including it is the is a Hindu. It will be a joint family, and is and their views. wives and daughters. Any married Hindu, Sikh, Jain, and Buddhist man can come from is the income in the for Hindu undivided family. HUF is automatically constituted on marriage. A few simple formalities to complete of the HUF automatically constituted on marriage. In the simple formalities to complete for HUF is functions as a legal entity membership. It require minimum two people at least one male member. Here is it means minimum is the two persons and but B is the one is the male person. And here we'll discuss is individual cannot form it and you need a family. It means you cannot if you are single, you cannot say I'm a Hindu undivided family. It will be more than two persons. Marriage automatically result in a creation of a HUF, Hindu undivided family. The member claim benefits under various sections. A member is can claim in the different sections. After formation is HUF, it should be registered formally with the legal deeds. PAN number is will be issued as a Hindu undivided family and bank account. The deed should also mention the detail of HUF members and its business details. Every member can deposit their income in the common is the HUF Hindu undivided family, and it is here is how does Hindu family undivided family come into to existence? How does work? Husband and wife from Hindu undivided family. Wife can only the member, not a co-parenter. Co-partners is the difference from other members of HUF of those members who acquire by birth an interest in the joint property of the family. Here is restricted for levels of the living orders. Members of the family who are no right to claim the persons. First steps from form a crops of HUF can be any capital assets like property, gold, jewelry, and security deposit or cash, etc. And now is what is the silent features is a Hindu undivided family, the co-ventures. Some of the members of HUF are and, designated, and all co-persons are members of HUF, not a owner, only members. All members are not is a co-personers. There are no need to fill an application form of or submit KYC documents for joining a Hindu undivided family. It means not required any KYC for any is membership for the Hindu undivided family. Not required. Total also it will be member is in with effected is 99/2005 in Hindu Sessions Amendment Act in 2005. After Hindu Act is amendment equal right to daughter even after marriage. Uh, here is the some is important questions and a girl may be the family all can be there is a female Hindu undivided family. Yes, where a couple has only a daughter and the husbands pass away, the mother daughter both can continue the Hindu undivided family. But here a problem arises after she gets married and become a member of her husband's in Hindu undivided family. Now it is we will be discuss here is what is some rules and regulations is some schools and law regarding of the Hindu undivided family is Darbhanga schools of Hindu law and Mitaksara School of Hindu law. Father is sole owner and exclusive of the joint family, member of joint family property law. Property vests in HUF itself and not in any individual member of the family. No member can enforce the person of Hindu undivided family. So long as the father lives, it can be within the lifetime of the father prevalent in West Bengal or some Hindus in the rest of the country less popular, more popular. And now we will be discuss after the silent features and after discussion is how does comes in the existence of the Hindu undivided family and what is the meaning of Hindu undivided family. Now we will be discuss is the regarding of who can be a manager and karta of Hindu undivided family. Now is main questions is everybody know who will be is a manager, that your father, but and who is elder brothers and the father of family in absence of father, death of father, it means senior male member of the family can be karta. Suppose I'm giving to example, if a person is have three boy son and two daughters and is in the absence of senior male member, it means is a senior person will be in the karta in family. Can a female be a karta? Yes, but is unmarried daughter in the unfortunate even her father passing away. It means here clearly if daughter father is have death, then he can is a manager and he will be she will be is a caretaker and karta will become karta. All male members are minors and natural guardians in mother than she is the karta. Now we will discuss what is the duties and liabilities of a karta dharta and what is the powers and of a karta dharta. Now we will discuss the first is duties of karta dharta is managing affairs of in Hindu undivided family. It is routines works regarding your families, maintaining the books of account, filing tax returns for a HUF, to enter in the contract from partnership firms or representations on the behalf of Hindu undivided family, and is now is again this question here is who is a karta, and now we will discuss is the who is a karta on the behalf of as a Hindu undivided family. Just I'm doing here discuss some cases and we will be I will be discuss here regarding of definition of karta. In Hindu joint family, we can say is the Hindu undivided family. The senior most male is the head of the family and known as a karta. Karta is a manager of a family. It takes care of the family and its property. The relationship of Karta with other members of the family is not that a partner or agent or principal. He stands in a relationship with the members of the family. The Karta of the family has ultimate liabilities. He is not a responsible to any other member of the family except in the case of fraud and misappropriations. It means here is if any family member says he and she is doing the misbehave in the society, he will not be responsible as a Hindu undivided family. Uh, Family member is individually is responsible these behaviors in the society. Although senior most male member of the family is the karta or manager, A junior member can also become a karta if all is family member agree to it. In case of Nopne Investments Private Limited versus Santosh Singh. Here I am doing this case is regarding of the any after senior is the person is who will be karta is maybe second son of maybe karta in the regarding of family manager and karta. The karta of the family is was staying in the UK out of India and thus was not able to manage the family and property and so on. With the consent of all the family members and his younger brother was appointed as the karta, although there will be member older to him. Before is Hindu Suggestion Amendment Act in 2005. Hindu females were not allowed. It means here it was the Amendment Act is changed in 2005. Hindu females are not allowed to become the family member in a joint Hindu undivided family. But after the amendment, daughters are also allowed to become a family member in the joint family property. Now is order in the view of another case is Ganguly Rai versus Chenappa. The father has a wife and two minor sons. Here is the case is different. Child son is not full, is not mature. All two son is minor. He died leaving behind his interest in the family property. His widow aliened the property. The alienations were challenged by the sons. Supreme Court admitted the connections of the sons and laid down in the view that women cannot be co-parents and the Karta and his decision was upheld in income tax versus Seth Govindram. And another case is Ms. Sujata Sharma versus Sri Manu Gupta, Delhi High Court. The scope of Section 6 of Hindi Secessions Section Act 1956 that female can also become of the Karta of the family. And after 2005, already the amendment in the Act, a female can be Karta in a family. And now we will be discuss is the what is the power of karta and managers and how will be manage as a family and how to handle of the business family. Here is many points is I will be discuss one by one. Is one point is power represent and power management and power overview income. Power of any nations and it is a legal benefits and indisciplines, power to compromise and power to contract debates, power to enter into the contract. Now I will be discuss all points is one by one I will be discuss here. First point is the power to represent. The family does not have a corporate existence in acts through its karta or manager. The manager or karta is the soul of the representative member of the joint family when it's come to any legal and social matter. Whenever there is a suit filed by the family, it is filled in the name of karta, or if there is a case of against the family, then also it is in the name of karta in case of Rajaya versus Singareddy. It was held that if there is judgment against the curse of the family, it automatically binds of the other member of the family. And power of management. Number 2 point is power of management. It is in this case of as a power of management is the Bhaskaran versus Bhaskaran. It was held of manager and karta of the family, absolute power of the management, handle for the Hindu undivided family and all decision taking by of the karta. As being the head of the family, he cannot be questioned by anyone. The main point is, as being the head of the family, he cannot be questioned by anyone. He can spend all family fund without being interpreted except in case of the fraud, misappropriations. Also, he holds some special rights, like that of facility within which if there is a some specific members demand some specific portions of the family property while not a karta. Acceding to such as a requirement is often type of the portion he can discriminate between the member of the family and it can be challenged although he cannot deprive anyone their right to residence and maintenance. This is the power of management of a karta. Now it is a power of income. Third point, all family members hand over the income of the karta of the family. He looks after the allotment of the funds to the members of the family according to their needs and those after their requirements. He provides all members of the family with the requirement of the funds. He can discriminate between the family members, but he cannot deprive them of their right to maintenance. Just and give it to a practical knowledge. Just I read before the 1 month is read in the newspaper in a family member is 124 family person in the living. It is the Hindu undivided family. Is Rajasthan in Bhilwara. Just it is the all family person income all together giving to a single person who is a manage the all family. And in a family is eight all family member living together is 124 persons and uh, is a manager asking that every day have a person is the birthday. It means in a hall in house every day is the party for the regarding of birthday. And number four is power of alienations. It is power of alienations. I will be discuss is in three parts. Is first is and legal necessity and benefits of estates and indiscipline and duties. The karta of alienations is limited and it can be challenged by the family members. Karta can exercise the power of alienations in these circumstances. Number one, legals, benefits. Now I am doing here some case discuss just on the view. V.V. Rama Arjun and another versus Karoda Maleswara Rao and others. Maximum cases we are doing discussing the South India. And now you see many pictures is in South Indians movie. They are following the Hindu undivided family because the one person handling everybody and they are managing. Just is a practicals examples in the pictures and movies also. It was held that above mentioned circumstances will be binding on the members of the Hindu joint family, including minors. It means minors means child, those age not complete is in 80 years, and if they are not is earning of the income. This was decided by the Guwahati High Court, CIT, Commissioner of Income Tax, versus Gangadhar Shakiriya Family Trust. where the court held that transfer is not for the purpose of legal necessity on the benefit, the state is voidable before is not void is the Mukhtar Singh versus Amarjit Singh. It is discussed in the final and now is a legal necessity. The scope word is the necessity is very broad. It depends situation to situation and case to case. Circumstances to circumstances and still for interpretations it can be stated that things which are deemed necessary for family members in case of again one case is Dev Kishan versus Ram Kishan. When Karta mortgaged and sold the joint family property for the purpose of marriage of the two minor daughter, and the court held that such action was an unlawful alienation as being voluntary versus Child Marriage Restraints Act 1929. Court take the actions against the legally. Number two, in the benefits of the estates. Anything done furtherance of the benefit of Hindu joint family is the benefit of the estates. In the leading of judgment, Bal Mukund versus Kamlavati, Supreme Court held that anything which is done by positive benefits of the state is included in the benefits of the state. Just as the benefits of a Hindu undivided family is occur. Next point is indispensable duties. This term signifies religious obligations. A person under Hindu law is bound by the religious ceremonies such as Shraddha ceremony, marriage, as it is held by a scarce duty in Hindu law, especially of daughter, and most important of funeral ceremony. Here is the 2 point is daughters and funeral ceremony. Hindu Karta can alienate the whole property to perform the dispensable duties. And last point is power compromise as a family member, as a Karta and managers. The power of compromise on the disputes related to the family is also vested in Karta. He can take all decisions regarding to compromise, whether being related to family or its management. If his act of compromise is not justifiable, then it can be challenged in the portions. He can also compromise a suit pending in the court. It will be binding on the members. He can also compromise a suit pending in the court. It will be binding on the members. The only exception to this is in case of minor has to approved by the court as stated in Order 32, Rule 7 of the Code of Civil Procedures. This is we can say is the CCP. And second last point is power of contract is debt. A Karta and manager has implied authority, contract debt and place the credit of the family for the ordinary purpose of the family business. The members cannot escape from his liability even after pensions. loan on promissory notes. Whenever the karta and manager takes a loan, makes to functions and marriage of a promissory note for the reason being a family purpose or business, then an individual family member can also be sued against its payment irrelevant of the fact that he and she was not party to it, although they have a limited liability bearing upon their share on the joint family property. And his last point is power to enter into the contract. During discuss here the power of Karta and manager. Very strong, powerful is the power of the any. Now is the Karta and manager of the family can enter into a contract on the behalf of the whole family. Of such contracts, of such contract, of such contract on the behalf of the whole family, and such contracts are binding upon their family members. The reason behind giving this power is that if such power is not conferred upon him, it would become impossible to carry out business. Now I will be discuss after the power of Karta or manager. Now I will be discuss is a duty as a manager and Karta. I have already discussed who will a Karta and who will is a manager. It may be a male, it may be a female after correction in 2005 amendment in the Act. Now, first point is duty of Karta is very good. Is the managing of affairs of HUF. The day by day expenses managed for the family. Like is a how it is handled for the 124 person living the together in the Rajasthan Bhilwara. You can imagine how will we manage the kitchen and a female who are handling the kitchen, how it is possible and when the start of the food, breakfast and lunch and dinner, when we start all process and everybody the requirement is the separate. How to mention it is very difficult in nowadays. And maintenance, all the members of the Hindu joint family, whether or not, have a right to maintenance. It is the duty of Karta to maintain all the members. As a manager and a senior son, he have all responsibilities. No member of the family can be deprived of the right to maintenance, and if they are, they can challenge it before the court and claim their right and areas of maintenance. A family manager, Karta, and he will be managed, and he has the rights of the claims. Now is marriage. His marriage is very important for a Hindu undivided family. Single person not will be Hindu undivided family. Karta has a duty engaged unmarried members of the family were looked especially of the daughters as their marriage is considered to be Hindu law. We have many discuss many cases. Here is case is Chandra Kishore versus Nanachal. It was held that it is the duty of the Karta to bear all expenses of the marriage from joint family funds. Suppose I am living in a joint family. If I am not married, all married expenses will be uh, charges of a family incomes and my as a younger brother, elder brother. Or if in a case the expenses are incurred by some other sources, he will have to reimburse them when asked. This is the duty of a family karta and family manager and as a senior son. It means if you have four brothers, the number one brother. And is now is render account in Hindu law. Many law for the regarding is Buddhist law and is Muslim law, Jain, Sikh, Buddhist, all comes in Hindu law. A karta is not under the obligation to maintain the family business account, but is under the obligations to render the account if any family member demand it. It at the time of person he can be held liable for any misappropriations or frauds. Mean and representation. The senior most member of the family, commonly known as Karta or manager, is one who represents the joint family. Listen very carefully. This is the representation. The family does not have any corporate existence, it acts through its Karta. The Karta is bound to perform functions like paying all taxes and dues, etc., on behalf of family. Karta can also be sued on the behalf of his family. We have already discussed of the duties and power of Karta, who will be managing Karta, and what is the silent features of HUF. Now we will be discuss of here is the liabilities of Karta and managers. Here is the we have already discussed and discussed power and duties. Now we will be discuss is the liabilities of Hindu undivided family is liabilities. The Karta of a joint Hindu family is liable to maintain all member of the joint family. It may be 7 to 8 person is the living together. It is the joint family. Just I'm giving to my family examples. My father and mothers, and myself and my wife and my two daughters. It is the Hindu undivided family. But here is one male person is necessary. We are in a two male person in society. In a family, my father is a karta dharta. I am a family member. I am not a karta dharta. But in the new Amendment Act in 2005, because I don't have any son, but is the Amendment Act in 2005, a daughter can be manager and karta dharta before marriage. Again, this rules is the marriage. If she will do marriage, then he cannot karta dharta in my family. Now we will discuss is the liability to maintain. The karta of Hindu joint family is liable to maintain all the members of the joint family. All the members of the joint Hindu family have a right to maintenance and residence. Every facility will be providing to karta any family members. Next line is very important. If a karta or manager unable to maintain them, he can be sued for the same and the member can claim their areas of the maintenance. Family members can claim. Karta will be provided and manager will be provided. Next point is liability to spend reasonably. The Karta also has a power to spend funds from the joint family account, but such power is limited. Some restrictions, such as the Karta cannot use the funds on lawful purpose, and also he should spend it wisely. If any family member is not satisfied with the spending made by the Karta, he or she can file a suit against the Karta or manager and discover the truth. It means if a manager and can a Karta is not is fully manage the family and he cannot properly handle the situations, he will be all family members those not getting the any not satisfied the family members for the facilities they they can is take the responsibilities. Liability not alienate the property. The karta is alienate to joint Hindu family property only in certain cases, such as legal necessity requirement, the benefit of state in case of indiscipline duties. Other than this, karta is not allowed the joint family property if they wrongfully eliminates the property, then all family members have a right to challenge the alienations. It is very important point is the aligned in the property. Next point is liability not to start a new business, but is the karta of the family is under obligation not to start a new business without the prior constant permissions of the family members on the Hindu undivided family. I see many cases that the if uh, mm, joint family is three to four brothers. Is the senior brother have many business, but not providing to second number brothers and third number brothers in the business. They are asking is that I self started. I will not give you. This is not a Hindu undivided family business, but he is a karta in a Hindu undivided family. So is loof also in the business. Hindu undivided family. When he power and duties, it is okay. But when he charge to liabilities, it will withdraw. He and wife and child also. Was the Family members expressly or implicitly have given their consent, the Karta can start a new business. If all family members give the permission, Karta and manager then start a new business. If family members and other persons not giving to permissions, you cannot start the business. Liability to render accounts until the family remains joint, the Karta has no obligation to maintain the accounts. But as soon as the persons take place in the Karta is under an obligation to render the accounts of joint family property. Here I will be discussing the only liabilities of a Karta and duties of Karta and power of Karta and who can manager and HUF and silent features of HUF and how does come into existence is HUF and definition of what is the HUF. After I want to check the knowledge the students. I have already mainly discussed who will be Karta and managers. I want to ask the one question only. Who is typically recognized as the Karta in a Hindu undivided family? Oldest male family member, youngest male family member, female family member, any family member selected through a. What will be right answer here? As per new amendment act, girl maybe female maybe is a Karta. But this condition here, if a family not have any male member, if in a family have a male member, definitely oldest male family member will be Karta in the family. So here is the A is the right answer, oldest male family member. Like you say, your father, grandfather. Okay.